Hello everybody. So there's no more time. Today I'm not going on an adventure. We're in Ramadan and there's nothing much to do. My camera is not very good. Um, So today I just want to tell you guys what I do on a typical day. Uh, I think there's a very good lighting here. Salam to everyone of you out there. Ramadan Mubarak or Kareem? I don't know. Let's get this started. So on a typical day, I am usually on my computer. Um, that is if I'm not playing one of my favorite game with one of my best friends, say chess or Scrabble, then I'm usually on my computer, going through the internet, um, going through YouTube videos and some of my old adventures and try to plan the next adventure. Whenever I'm not on adventures, I'm usually planning another adventure. So just to give you um, a better understanding of what I'm talking about is that I'm going to use a specific example. Me trying to create an adventure. Yes, and someone else. So I don't want to give you guys a spoiler alert, but I have to do this so that you understand. So I'm not going to tell you what this trip is about, but I'm going to do it because now here is the spoiler alert. I am planning to organize a nationwide tour, kind of a backcountry tour. And I'm going to use a couple of friends. I'm planning to do it in this Ramadan. It's going to be a week long. It's going to be really hard because it's freaking hot out here, and fasting and doing all this hiking because we're not going to be using what just happened. So we're not going to be using any of this. We're not going to be using our own transport and all that. We're going to be using social transportations and all this stuff. So that's why it is going to be one of the best. So it's going to be very hard, and I try to convince a lot of my friends. I try to advertise this, try to inform them, but no one of them seem to want to join me because I understand this is going to be really tough. This is going to be really hard. So just to cut the long story short, is that I'm planning an adventure, and this is typically how I do. So with this one, I want to go around the country. So what I did was I created some couple of maps, those ones. But then I have one cool map here. So now, I don't know if you can have it. You're good. This is good. I think I'll take a snap and I'll put it in the screen. So I have a couple of maps, a lot of them, and I designed all of them. Some of them are for the transportation, how I take on my journey, and all the fares included. And I even have it on my phone. I'll show you. And I also have another map that shows my stopping point, like the sites to visit and the place that I'm going to be lodging. I also have a map that shows the different. It's a couple of maps that I go through. So I'm building up all this map day after day. I'm developing new place. I think at the end I have about places that I need to go to for visit or to pass through transit to another point. Total is going to be about 26 place, 27 place, but then the actual place that I'm going for are about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it's going to be about 16 because one of the places have about 2 things that I need. So about 16 places that I propose, no, 17, 18. 18, right? Yeah. So it's going to be about 18 places that I need to visit and study. But all in all, I'm going to go to 26 places because you can't go to some places without dropping at some place and do some stuff and all that, yeah. So I do this. Then I usually go to my videos on YouTube and I try to search stuff like first aid stuff, how to control, because then I'm gonna be in the wild and I'm gonna go with people and I'm gonna meet people. And me, generally, I just like to, as much as I love this risk stuff and all that, I always make sure I put safety in the background priority first. So it's a backup thingy for me. I have my first aid kit. I'm gonna show you what I have in it, and I'm trying to equip it. So I told my students to help me and donate me with some medical stuff, and any of you can donate me with any stuff, with adventure stuff, medical stuff, to help me with my this adventure thingy. So I'll go through these videos and I will check stuffs like. Let me tell you typical stuff that I'm checking. Stuffs like how to pack your backpack light, because then I can't be going with 50 kilograms on my back going around and how to survive, let's say, extreme temperatures. But most especially for this period of time, I was checking on heat. how to deal with heat, and how to deal with dehydration, because I know that I'm not going to be drinking. How to deal with commuting, like hitchhiking, how to go from one bus to another car, and how to deal with all those public transport stress. I also did a little background check on all of these places that I'm going to. Not like as in a map where they are, like what I'm going for, no, but as in a YouTube video, someone or two must have been there and recorded some stuff about it. So I'm not only going to Google, but I'm also going to YouTube to look at live videos of these places. So I know a little bit about all this place, like a little bit. So I was also looking on tips like some survival skills, survival skills in the woods, survival skills in general. So first aid skills, survival skills, backpacking skills, some of the materials to go with if you don't have a very good backpack. So those are some of the things I do. For this one specific, that's what I'm doing all these days. But then for every other weekend, if I'm not going on an adventure, I'm doing something similar to this to plan my next adventure. It might not be this detailed, some of them might just be in my head because then it's just a small adventure, but I kind of do all of this small stuff. It's very, very small. Apart from the kind of materials the first aid materials to have, but also the first aid skills to have. For example, recently, not just first aid, survival and rescue skills. Recently, I've taken a course on fire, safety, rescue, blah, 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 first aid, emergency, blah, 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 CPR. So those are some of these few small stuff that I gotta do. And then, lucky enough, I don't know if I should call this a luck or whatever, but that was this my student who had a small kind of thingy, and I was able to, dress the thing very well. I think that was kind of a practice for me in some way. That's crazy. And I was looking at stuff like fox walking. Fox walking where you like a type of walking where you don't make noise. It comes with the outfit and the attitude, gray man, things like that. It's a lot going on. So I do that stuff, and I also do stuff like what could go wrong analysis in my head. Guys, give me a minute, let me show you stuff. Okay, that's the rest of my documents that I was making, these maps and all those writing stuff and all that. And that's my first aid kit. And I think now we can start. Oh, one more thing, the phone that I was doing some of this stuff. So guys, this is so random, it's not organized. It's just me trying to kill some times and fill some gaps so that you guys don't feel like bored and all that stuff. The channel's been empty and all that stuff, and so So I'll tell you something about this phone thing that reminds me of last night. So last night I kept everyone on their feet. I kept everyone, awake till around 12:01, asking them questions. Like, for example, I was asking questions about fare, and I was able to we were able to go so detailed. Every single step that I need to go to that village, to be able to get a car to this village, and that car is going to take me to that village. That means I'm going to come back and take this other route to this next spot and all that. And because of that, I'm able to chop down the fares as well. People have been to different places, so I was able to be with there's a lot of people that comes here in Ramadan. I was able to be with a lot of them, like let's say 10 of them, so some of them were familiar with this place, and overall I was able to get the entire thing. I can remember, like, from there, $10, $10, $40, $30, $50, $50. So I was able to get this chop fair as well. I was able to do all this fair stuff, and I was also able to assess my first aid kit and all my survival and whatever kit, and I was able to know what is missing and what I need to buy and what I need to get from donation and all that, like the medical stuff that I talked about. I also took my bag, which is this bag. Yeah, as simple as this. It's well equipped. I already have a design for how I'm going to put everything anywhere, because I have all this stuff listed out, and in my head I was like, I had to do some practice for some of them, because I had some of them, on hand, and then I was able to check. But then in my head I was able to run this visual image of where each and everything should go to in the bag, and it fit well, and I was able to, like, okay, that thing will go there, that thing will go there, that thing will be here so that I can access it, that will be, and this thing will be on me and all that. So it's a lot. I'm really ready for this, like, backcountry tour. It's gonna change this game. No, seriously guys, it's gonna change this game forever. Yo, it's 40 degrees Celsius or more. It's fasting, it's walking around. Let's find out. The only thing that's gonna stop me is if I have no one, right? If I have no partner, no friend camera thing for me. So I said, videography thing for me. Yeah, if I have no cameraman, that's the only thing that's gonna stop me because then I can't be going around that. And then we also had to run through some lines. Like if you get to a community, how do you tell them your mission so that they don't think you are mad or a scammer or whatever? Because then we're going through that line. What am I gonna tell a random person in a village that, hi, I'm just going through the country trying to, people here, unfortunately, sorry, but then what we're used to is like if it was a white guy, people totally get it, right? Hi, I'm here to go around. People ever were like, yeah, click, we're used to you guys going around. People are not used to black guys going around. People are not used to black guys like us going around, especially with this very, very typical accent. Man, so it's gonna be very hard. Unless if I'm with a crew, then at least they can get it. But if I'm alone, I will look like a psychopath. Anyway, so I have to go through some of those lines. I also have a reason. What are some of the questions that I need to ask when I get to this place? What do I want to learn? Other than visiting some of these sites, guys, this 16 site that I said, that are 18 sites, sorry, that I said, that I mentioned that I was going to visit, not all of these 18 sites are the tourist, whatever attractive site. No, maybe that is like 10 or so, or 8. What about the other 10 or the other 8 that I want to visit, or the other 9, the other half? These are just random places that I want to go to because I want to connect with the culture. I want to all the stuffs, I have some questions that I want to, there are some stuffs that I want to learn, like, and that's the reason why I want to use this hitchhiking way and not with our own car. Because then that's going to save me from some experiences. I need the hardest learning curve. That's why I chose this month. This is crazy because but then I have questions that I want to get answered, maybe either physically or whatever. By the time I'm done, I have all those things out, and it's a lot going on my back. So this is what I do. So I go to YouTube, and I even have to learn how to use map. I have to use a map and compass. I was learning declination, and control lines, and it's just fun, guys. This for me is life. Sitting behind those texts, and that's enough for me. I was also learning how to live on a small budget, you'll call it, how to go on a hike and save yourself from snake bites, insects, stuff like that. I was just learning basic hiking tips and wild thingy tips. I feel like I can do this, and I also feel like I'm bragging too much. Okay guys, this is the end of the video. Thank you very much for staying with me. I don't even know why I'm doing my hand like this, but I'm feeling so happy right now. And last time I checked on my analytics, and it's 232 subscribers. That's awesome. 200 people plus like what I'm doing. What can I ask for again? So thank you guys. See you guys again. Let's hit the like button, subscribe, share, hit the bell. What am I missing again? You tell me.